Well, hello. Let's talk about that golden goose marketing plan. That's what we all want tonight. We've got a business to get up and going, and let me tell you that if the people out there, your potential customers, can't find you, you're probably not going to get any money from them. So, very important lesson tonight on how to jumpstart your business with a golden goose marketing campaign. I'm Steve Carver, glad to work with you. I'm here at my home office in Dunn, North Carolina. Presentation number 1069, and thank you for joining me and let me join you on your journey. It's been a pleasure working with you so far. This is week 3 in a 7-part series. I'm not a lawyer, not an accountant, not a tax advisor, just a fellow that's been in business a long time and sold a lot of stuff, somewhere in excess of $300 million worth last time I looked it up. So I do know how to sell, and I do know how to market in Eastern North Carolina. I'm happy to share with you. But the best thing I want to tell you is you get some advice before you make a major business decision related to your security and or, of course, your business. And one of the very best places to get advice anywhere in North Carolina is at the small business centers located in the community colleges. Tonight, we are sponsored by the one at James Sprunk Community College. The Small Business Center Director is Joey Wynn. She'll probably chime in with us a little later. But Joey's a great lady, has a lot of experience in business, having had several businesses of her own and in public service as well. So make your appointment with Joey, get the benefit of knowing what she has to offer. Her sidekick, administrative assistant, is Tanya Braswell. She too is a really wonderful and amazing lady, very well organized, level-headed, and can indeed help you along the way. And I certainly enjoy working with her. So give them a call, take advantage of all the services that are being offered to you. This is week 3 in a 7-part series, so we're almost halfway through. But it's really getting exciting now as more and more of you are joining in and starting to send in your homework and sharing ideas, which I really appreciate. Tonight, we're going to be talking about marketing in general, generally the marketing tools. And then next week, so important, is how to start applying them to help you find customers. And that's what we want to do. That will, after the next 4 weeks, we'll have a chance to take a pause, take a deep breath, and you could qualify for your certificates and graduation marks. And then we can jump right back in for 5 more Wednesday nights for more certificates and marks, but diving deeper into different subjects to help you better understand the fine points of the business. I sent to you, and I hope you received them study guides, and Joey probably did too. But your study guides tonight are very similar to what they have been, with a couple of being added. The ones that are added are Look and Hook, merchandising, pricing, and DBAs. They will need your attention, and after tonight, you'll certainly see why. Also, there's one about your homework assignments. Your homework assignments is how you qualify for graduation and membership into the academy. Just attending the classes that get you a certificate of achievement. So join in as much as you like. The more you join in, the more we'll do. My job, again, is to be motivated and to encourage you to do that. So here's your most important challenges. Go ahead and get that MVP statements done. It will help you better understand what you're trying to achieve in your business. Make sure you list down 5 marketable centers. Send them to me, just like last week. They were so critical to getting your business plan up and running, and creating a menu so that you can show customers what you actually have to offer and what they can expect to pay for it. Please get active on Facebook. I need to see your personal pages and your business pages to make things happen. Please find me and my pages at Facebook so I can actually see and have interaction and help you move along with your business. The same thing goes for your YouTube channel. Find my YouTube channel. You can see all the different webinars and presentations and different videos from the past and get a good idea for how you might want to set up your YouTube channel. And we're certainly going to help that if you'll start making your videos. I want you right now to challenge that I'll put to you a new one during this week. is to go ahead and make a YouTube video, 1 or 2 minutes long, where it's your face, your voice, introducing yourself and your new business. One that you will be proud to have for anyone to see that has an interest in doing business with you. Go ahead and let's do that raw video if you'd like, or even at YouTube. You're going to need to do this, and the sooner you get comfortable with it, the better off you're going to be on getting your business moving. Any images that you can share with me, your personal pictures, those of your profit centers, your products, anything that's related to promoting your business, you're going to need those so that people can see what you're all about as you're getting your business up and running. Before we get started into talking about our individual achievements, I see that Joy has joined us. I don't see audio yet. Joy, anytime you'd like to say hello, you're certainly welcome to come in and talk to us. But some of you have been very busy and sending information either on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night. Darcy in Raleigh is doing a great job in learning how to promote her business, which is going to be having to do with floral arrangements and bringing happiness to people and concerns. So looking forward to getting more information from her. Pam in Rose Hill is also being very active, looking for more information from her. Valerie is with us tonight. She's been out driving and helping people get around in Wilmington. Thank you for being with us, Valerie. And Janae Pope at White Lake is kind of like Annette. She's just trying to figure out what she wants to get started and doing a good job, starting to do some homework now. So I'm looking forward to watching her grow her business. Levita came with us one night, hadn't been back, but hopefully we'll hear more from her again and her business. Jeff Smith over at White Lake was with us as well. He's an entrepreneur, got several businesses going on. Tisha right there in Magnolia, close by, is continuing to grow her business and stay in touch with us. Casey, thank you for being with us again, and we're learning more and more about what you're doing. And so proud of you for the work that you're doing at Cape Fear Community College as well. So thank you for all that you're sharing. And congratulations, I see that you did make the move and getting your Featherby apothecary, excuse me for my not pronouncing that probably the way it's supposed to. But I'm noticing that you got your up with your account. You got some good reviews on there. Congratulations. You'll need to do a little bit more work with that to get your map on there, showing your location if indeed you want to do that. And it's a good idea to give people a sense that you are real and have a real location. Also, when you're ready, you want to get your phone numbers in place. So having the account and up and running is wonderful, and I'm so happy for you. But my business on Google account is something that you need to look at on a regular basis and make changes, add a lot of photographs there, and it can really send you a lot of business. If you notice down at the bottom down there, it looks like somebody named Carver was just wrote you a review on there. So I'm always happy to help our students and Academy members. So congratulations on getting there. Great looking Facebook pages. Really enjoying how you're doing it. I'm amazed you already have 411 followers. That's quite a number and very impressive. I'd be interested in hearing from you. Did you do something special to find that number of followers, or it just happened by nature? Why don't we just stop right now, if I can, Casey, and just ask you, how much feedback are you getting from your Facebook presentation at this point, if you don't mind telling us?
So I have my Facebook linked to my Instagram account, and honestly, I spend more of my time on my Instagram. But when I do my pop-up shows, I offer an incentive or a free sample of a product that I'm going to have a larger version of at the next show. And if they follow me, I will give them that free sample. So that's how I've been kind of earning my followers. But
sounds great, yeah.
I've been trying for 6 years now. So that's a number from 6 years worth of work.
Well, it is a very good number, and I'm hearing Instagram come through pretty strong. That's an area I am not familiar with. I need to be more familiar with it. But I think I'm hearing you say between the lines that Instagram is very important to your business. Is that right?
It is. That's where all of my business comes from, is my interaction with people on Instagram.
How about that? All right. Well, thank you for the comments, and break in anytime you have something else to add. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So lots of products and things going on, learning how to take all these herbs and flowers and things that you're growing and different foods. And according to the dictionary, you're preparing drugs and compounds for medicinal purposes. In your words, Casey, is that how would you state what you're doing?
So that is the appropriate definition of apothecary. However, I'm taking more of a holistic kind of farm approach. So what I have found in my experience with working in Western medication is that most of the time there's side effects, there's other things,
Right.
there's more complications going on with people. So I'm looking at taking a more earth-based approach, so returning to the origins of what medication would be, which is our interaction with earth, with our spirit, with God, and making that where we can heal from.
That makes sense, and I'd like for you to put that in writing in a statement so I could put it up on the screen just like we have this. It makes a lot of sense when you bring it down into those terms for someone like me that's just not familiar with it and consider it for the first time. I'd like to consider buying some of your products, but I have to figure out how it will work for me. So give us a little more information like that to share, and I'll be glad to do it.
Okay, thank you. That's something that I'm working on getting the right verbiage to.
Right. So thank you again. Hey, Annette, here you've got your picture up here. Appreciating the work that you're doing, and looking forward to helping you get started. And I understand that you don't have an appointment with Joy, and that's just great. Maybe it helps you get your business organized and moving on. So good. Charlotte will probably, Denise actually will probably join us again tonight. She's an old friend and does a great job helping entrepreneurs any way she can. Cheryl was with us last night in Elizabethtown. She's quite a lady too, and I learned today from feedback from her that she is indeed in a position to help people get their websites up and running and do other types of marketing and information. So she's all about flowers and colors and designs and things like that, in addition to any type of graphics or designs that you may need and creating a website. So one of our classmates already in the series this fall has offered to help people with website creation. Sabrina will probably join us tonight. She's over in the Greensboro area. She is an author, a minister, a musician, does so much, and her websites and videos are really great. She is doing all of her homework and pouring herself into it. Matter of fact, she asked me for more work today, and I'll bring to her. Does a great job with her presentations, and has her YouTube channel already. So she already is a walking expert with a lot of things that we're talking about. However, she was the first to say to me for her new business, which is going to try to help folks with their education, one-on-one training with education, that she really needs help in learning how to communicate and get the message out there. And so far is doing a good job with her homework. She did do her mission and vision and promise statements, and already sent them out and done a great job with those. She did come up with her core value list, and that's one. It's an easy thing to do if you'll go ahead and do it, and it will be a bell ringer for you to say, okay, I've got a foundation now. I'm gonna step out and get started. So think about the things that you believe in and that you want your business to represent. That's what the core values are all about, and it'll help you get a better handle on it. Sabrina gave me her 5 profit centers, or she said 4, and As a business coach, we're going to need to talk about them. And also she established some pricing, which was very, very important to do as well. Now, the challenge is to fit these profit centers into income molds so that we can build them into the business plan. So she's done a good job getting started. When she puts her business plan together, I'm sure it will work out very nicely for her. I do need to say, and I'll repeat it, so that I hadn't said this before. Many of you now, that's why I was asking about if you already have a full-time job, and what you're doing now is thinking about putting together a side hustle, you might call it, or a business for extra income. That really is going to make it easier to do your business plan, because your side hustle may just develop into an income model, since you already got an established business or an established budget that you're working with. So some folks might get the impression that if I don't have a full-fledged business and doing a lot of stuff and have a building and just have a big organization going on, that I don't need to worry about what we're teaching here tonight. That's not true at all. Your side hustles become your major businesses if you want them to. But all along the way, we'll find a way to help you determine how to make it work and how to make it more profitable for you. The drill skills play every day in helping your self-confidence. I have so many people tell me at least every couple of weeks that the drill skills are really helping them move forward and feel like they've got what it is. Now, up to the past two classes, we had 8 apiece. So tonight we're going to start out with number 17 and talk about a few more drill skills. You can get them all and rehearse them all with the handouts that I'm sending to you. Some water. Negative and positive cash flow is going to be very important as you move forward. Positive cash flow means that you are bringing in more money than you're spending, and negative cash flow is the other way around. And a lot of definitions and a lot of ways to look at it, but I want us to keep this really simple as we enter a program tonight about marketing. Because I consider positive cash flow, that is cash flowing in my direction, when a customer is in my environment, at my website, talking to me at my store, at my pop-up, when a customer is standing there with available money in their pocket, that if I'm good enough in this game, they will end up reaching into their pockets and giving me my money out of their pocket. Yeah, I'm considering it's my money if they're in my environment, and it's up to me to be the skilled entrepreneur to encourage them to pass. Now, that's a pretty aggressive tack, and I want you to say, hey, I kind of need a little bit of that. I really want to be to go after it. I want to be serious about it. So if cash flow is important to you, and it should be, that's kind of the attitude that will help you do a whole lot better. In the same sense, negative cash flow is when that person walks away and you didn't get any of that money. That's taking cash flow serious. Every time you have a chance to make a sale, to do a deal, and you don't do it, you just experience negative cash flow. Maybe you didn't write a check and send money out of your checkbook, but you sure sent money away from your business, and that is a negative. And old Steve-O here is going to tell you, we want to not do that as much as we can. And you'll get a lot of that in tonight's lesson. So understand how important the cash flow is. And knowing that take it or leave it, marketing, that is when you're saying to your customers, either take it or leave it, then by golly, there is a good chance that they are going to leave it, and you will not get a chance to sell them anything at all. It's very, very important that you know that. So here's the deal. You got $100 price tag, and that's all it says. The customer looks at it and says, can you do any better on this? And you just say, no, it's take it or leave it. That's the price. That message is saying, you go look and shop somewhere else, and maybe you'll come back or maybe you won't. But we're going to hit this really hard because I don't want you to have take it or leave it marketing. I want customers to have some options to help them build their own price. And when you learn how to do your pricing, you'll see how this comes together, and you don't have to say take it or leave it. You can say, hey, let's talk about this. Number 19 is the 3 times rule. And so many of us, or so many of you, are thinking about getting started in your business and selling products or selling your service and have no clue how to approach what to price it at, how to set a price. So I just want to give you an idea here that if you use the 3 times rule, that is to price whatever it is that you're selling at 3 times what it costs you, you're going to be safe, and you're going to be pretty much in the market for entrepreneurship in retail selling. So that's to say that if you're going to hire someone and pay them $25 an hour, then you probably ought to be selling their services at about $75 an hour. And if you're going to buy let's say you're a landscaper and you're going to buy a plant for $25 and go plant it and install it and fertilize it and look after it, then you should probably be selling it at $75. Now, when we dive deep into this, you'll see that you take that 3 times rule and then you modify it to meet market conditions. But this is an idea for a starting place for you that you can use as you're trying to build your business plan. The 27 times rule that we'll talk about later tonight in depth is going to show you how, if you have an ongoing marketing campaign, whereas you're constantly are using marketing funds to keep your message out in front of your audience. And then when you come and you have a special project or product that you want to have a targeted campaign for, the 27 times rule will really help you cut your targeted advertising cost into about a third and help it be more effective as well. So we'll talk about the 27 times rule in depth. Number 21 is yes if and no but negotiating. As long as you're talking with a customer, back and forth, trying to find common ground to do a deal, to sell a product, to sign a contract, as long as you're talking back and forth, you've got a chance to making it working. And using yes if and no but as a way to keep the conversation going, instead of saying, it's over, I can't do business with you, you might as well go on. You might as well go on means that you've given up on them, not only on this deal, but maybe as a customer, period. So we'll talk about yes, if, no, but really deep, because that's how we say to our customers, we want you to stay. We want to talk. We want to find common ground so that we can do this deal. Instead of just saying, no, there's no possibilities here. Now, I wrote a book on this. It's just a little pamphlet. It's available at Amazon. You really don't need to buy it unless you want to give it to someone as a gift. But this is a very important strategy to help you learn salesmanship so that you can continue to talk with your customer and negotiate till you have a deal. Now, the 2 most important pages, web pages, in your business and in my business, the very most important pages. And Casey, you're already experiencing this from what you said, but a lot of you just maybe have a website, but are not making any money with it. You've got it, but it's just not making money. And the chances are really good that the key areas that's the problem here is that you have not got a mobile page. That is the mobile page on your telephone here. When someone dials in your business when they're surfing for you on the phone, and your web page comes up on the phone, that impression is either strong or weak. And if it's strong, it means maybe you're going to get some business out of it. But if it's really strong and well designed, you probably definitely will get some business out of it. So designing that mobile page is really important. And I have to ask you, what does your mobile page look like for your business? Because 90% of the people shopping today are shopping on their telephone. And that page that comes up on their telephone screen is coming via the internet from your social media or your website. So, and that page is different. The page that people see on a telephone can be different than one that they see on a computer screen. And it's important that it is, because if it's all jammed up in small print that people can't read or can't navigate, they're not going to do any business with you. So next week, we're going to spend a lot of time on the mobile page. And the next most important page are your landing pages. So say that with me now: mobile page, landing pages. And landing pages, or the term that I'm going to use, are the pages that you have designed so that when people land there, they're going to have the opportunity to buy something, and you're going to make it really easy for them to give you an order. So the landing pages are the buying pages, and they require different types of design and strategies to get people to use them and to come back to see you. So that's 22 and 23 in the drill skills. Number 24, the question that we want to know is, what keeps customers coming back to us? Why do they come back to us? What is the reason? Because we want repeat business. We got to have repeat business. And the 40% that's been proven, the reason customers come back to the original place, is because of customer service. They felt like they got really good customer service. The prices were good, it was clean, it was safe, the products were good, you had good product knowledge, the staff knew the game and took care of them. You had a good supply, diversity. That's customer service. But more importantly, the reason people come back to a store, a restaurant, a website is hospitality. And this is one of my strongest suits in people tell me in helping to get their business. I'm going to ask you to put just as much interest and energy into being a hospitality master as you do in being a customer service master, because people want to be appreciated, and you need to show it. You need to learn how to say, we love you and we want you to come back. We want folks, when they leave your business and go out and talk to other people, to be raving fan customers. I don't teach you how to create them. I made a promise to you and I'm going to do that. But those raving fan customers are energized with hospitality. So we're going to keep that in mind with everything we do from here forward. Is how important the hospitality is to our business. So let's ask each other a question. If you can, take a good look at this screen and pick out the single point where exactly you are for all of us. Because you know what? We're talking about the World Wide Web now. A lot of stuff's going to center on our ability to use and utilize the internet. And it's a big world out there. I mean, and we're right here in North Carolina, and then focus on them. We're right here in Warsaw or at Kenansville. And it's hard to determine where that dot is on that map, isn't it? What we have to know is, for us to get customers to do business with us, we have to be smart enough. You and I have to be in tune enough to help people find us where we are, so that the attention comes down to exactly the little spot on the map in the world where you are, Joey and Casey and Sue. And that's quite a challenge. When you think about it in the big picture, it's almost amazing what a challenge it is and how well we can get at it. And more importantly, let's get down to a smaller map and try to find out exactly which counties that we're in, and focus people, help us find us down in these little counties. Can we do that? Well, we can. Let me ask you to take a minute, take a sip of tea, and look over this graphic that I had one of our students to fix for us. This graphic is to give you a better idea on how the internet works for you. This person over here at their computer screen and with their telephone, they are searching. They're searching and sending emails out or searching. And they do that by entering the internet through their provider, right? And doing it with email mainly or with a search engine. So their messages go into this great big pipeline and they go out searching this great big pipeline. And then there's someone down here on this end, at the other end, that they're looking for stuff the same way through that same pipeline. And pretty much, let's say that this person on the left is you. That's the business person. So the one on the right sends messages and emails and it goes all the way down this pipeline and jumps out of that pipeline on your computer. This is going on all over the world with billions of messages going back and forth. It's just mind-blowing how large it is. So that's why I wanted to do this graphic, to give you an idea. The things that you put in play that helps this person over here looking for your information, there are things that you put into play that help them find you. The search engines, of course, is where it starts. And then they might go to power sites like eBay. They might use social media to help find you. YouTube is becoming very important. Your raving fan customers, just by word of mouth, help people find you. And you might use pay-per-click, which we'll talk about later, and also all your print ads and signage that you have out in the world. So there's different ways that the internet can help you. And each one of them requires a certain amount of your attention. Priorities. Where are you setting your priorities up to get started? Now, I've asked you, and we do a pretty strong focus here, I asked you to focus on Google and YouTube and Facebook. And Casey brings it very much to our attention that Instagram is very important as well. And maybe I'm in error there. Maybe I need to get more involved in that and encourage people to do the same. But at this point, I'm not familiar with it, and you can't do but so much. So I know these three are working quite well, and now from what Casey said, we know Instagram is working as well. But get an understanding of what's happening. Running your business is something that you're probably, if you're a master and got the best telephone in the world, you might be able to run your business on the telephone altogether. I run my business on the telephone from the standpoint of people calling in or text messaging me. That's what I count on it for. But for sending emails and keeping up with records and files and such as that, I use a desktop. So as you begin to really move into a serious marketing campaign, I would suggest to you that it's time for you to get a desktop or a really good laptop. And with either one of them, I don't suggest that you find a way to use two screens, two monitors to help you speed up your work. Through the years, I've learned that I can probably get 2 or 3 times as much work done by having 2 monitors than I can with just one. So that's just a tip to you to help you along. But we want to get that attention. We want that pipeline to deliver customers right here to us in Sampson and Dublin counties or wherever else we are. Can you do that? Can you bring people from all over the world right straight to your little computer, your little email address, your little business in Eastern North Carolina? Well, I can tell you can, and let me tell you how you get there. First of all, you've got to be serious about wanting to get it. And you can do it with vision, mission, investment, a lot of hard work, a good webmaster. Look at hook marketing and SEO, which is going to be important for next week, that's search engine optimization. But I can tell you that you can be, because I can be, in the top 10 or the first 18 positions on a given subject on the Google search. And so here's the proof. Through the work of my webmaster and our SEO and things that we've done and learned through these classes, if you type in Carver equipment, you're going to see a lot. You're going to see the first 18 listings are going to be us. So anybody anywhere in the world that is looking for Carver equipment or carverequipment.com, or many of our different profit centers, such as you'll see here, tractors or different types of things, market mix, and just a lot of things. With a good program push, you can own Google for your business. And it doesn't cost a lot of money. It's just a matter of doing what you have to do with your SEO terms. So how do you get there? You get there by setting the priorities and learning the skills and completing the homework that I'm encouraging you to do. Oh yeah, this is strong motivation, but it's based on history that I know it can work. Take a deep breath now. I'm going to show you a simple, what I call the 5-star plan. Those 5 stars, like you get at your Google account, a 5-star plan that if you will get serious and jump on this, indeed, I think you'll see your sales start increasing and business growing and profits coming in. Number 1, identify your profit centers and the related items. If you have upsell items related to what you've already got, you will see your sales increase and profits as well. Identify the different dates that seasons start. Yeah, we know that July 4th comes on July 4th, but people start planning for July the 4th back in March and April. We know that Halloween is right around the corner, right? Big deal, right around the corner. But the stores are already full of Halloween material. So usually you need to start a marketing campaign 60 days earlier than the actual D-Day. Develop pricing and discount strategies and target strategies to help build your upsells. And now your package and bundled pricing needs to be in place. Create YouTube videos well in advance with look and hook features so that people who are thinking about getting in the market will be seeing your stuff. And then start and run, do this, put your fresh bait out in the water. So these are simple, elementary stepping stones in any good marketing campaign. So every one of these is important, but if you can adopt some of them now, you'll start seeing some very important improvements in your business. So what kind of action do you need to take to start doing that? First of all, make sure your website is mobile friendly, that you have got a good mobile page and good landing pages, as we talked about. Make sure your Facebook ads are updated and are reflecting the new things that's going on in the season. A Facebook page is like a newspaper. It's there, it's today, but tomorrow it's old. So just saying I've got a good Facebook presentation that I put up 2 years ago, no, that came up 2 years ago on people's screens and they hadn't seen it since. It's a constant presentations that make the difference. Are you sending out email blasts? Do you have your database working? And on those blasts, do you have good links to pages that people can follow you at? Maybe eBay, maybe Craigslist, maybe Instagram. Maybe there's some really good places at a low cost that you can start utilizing to help customers find you. And being serious about your YouTube channel is amazing. Dr. Sabrine, I noticed that when I visited her YouTube channel, I was just kind of blown away. I thought I had a good one. I thought I was doing a great job at my YouTube channel until I saw how to do it from her. Indeed, a YouTube channel is a very effective website for you that doesn't cost you a ton of money to manage it or to feed it. You just keep making current videos, and as you put them in and encourage people to follow you, they automatically get to see your videos. So YouTube marketing is a big, big deal in today's world. So I made a promise to you several weeks ago, and I'm going to keep it up tonight, because I can't talk to you about a marketing program this week and then how to find customers next week if I don't tell you and teach you how to create a raving fan customer. There are a lot of customers out there, loyal, regular, good, devoted, but that doesn't mean they're raving fans. That doesn't mean they will leave your business and go advertise for you. And that's what you're after. So I'm going to be a little graphic tonight and put a smile on your face. We'll use a little bit of humor. And I want you to understand how important just a few words and a few actions that you are drilled to do over and over can make a difference. So where are those raving fan customers? You want them. I need them. You need them. We got to have them. But where are they? They're hiding. I've got good customers and friends and family, but I don't see any signs of the raving fan customer. And I've been searching for them just like you have. Well, you've done everything right. You got your database and your hospitality. You got good products. You're getting a few sales, but you really don't have raving fan customers that are sending business to you every day. So what are we doing wrong? Maybe you haven't done anything wrong. It's just what you haven't done that makes the difference, and that is actually created those customers. Now, the way that you get raving fan customers is you have to plant brain seeds. Actual brain seeds have to be planted. And I don't just use for an example, you take a shovel, you dig a hole in somebody's skull and you open it up. You just open it up so you can get right in there with their brain. And when you do, we're going to sprinkle little seeds about the size of Rice Krispies right down on top of that brain. And then we're going to close it up. Okay, we're going to close it up. And we're going to plant raving fan customer brain seeds. And then we're going to figure out how to nurture it so they'll do more. So step one now, not with a shovel, but with the words we use. Step one is when you pledge to a customer, in writing in your quotes, on your websites, in your mission statements. Again, the mission and vision statements, these are great places to make these pledges. But more importantly, when you talk to them and you say these words, I'm going to do everything I can to see that you are 100% satisfied with our products and services. You are planting the brain seeds right there, because when's the last time a business owner told you that? When's the last time one of them said, I appreciate your business and I'm going to do everything I can to see that you're 100% satisfied with our products and services? That planted the seed. And then when you follow it up with a second sentence with a pledge, you're going to be so pleased and happy that you chose us, you will want to tell your friends and family they should shop here as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as simple as these two sentences are, it is amazing how it affects a customer. First of all, they love to hear someone say they want you to be 100% satisfied and commit to you that you're going to be pleased with them that you did business. And you're going to be so pleased that you're going to encourage your family and friends to come and shop here as well. When you do that, you have planted seeds in the customer's mind. And if you've taken this serious, and you better, to really bring that customer satisfaction to them if you can, they will do their part, which is want to tell family and friends to come back to you. There's another step in this, but this is planting the seeds. And I'll show you what the rest of it is a little later. But you want to write these down, write these sentences down, incorporate them into your quotations, into your presentations, on your website, in your mission and vision statements, because they will turn heads and they will give you an incentive to raise your standard to the highest degree. Now, notice here that I didn't say, I am going to make you 100% satisfied. Because I have to tell you, after 65 years in business, you can't satisfy some people. No matter what you do, there are those out there that will not be satisfied. So that's why I use the term that I'm going to do all I can to see that you're 100% satisfied. And I can do that. That's on me. That's on you. So you can't guarantee 100% satisfaction, but you can guarantee that you're going to do all you can to see that they're there. This will turn heads. And I have had, through the years, lots, not one or two, but dozens and many dozens of customers that have come to my store and left and came back with other customers with them. They wanted to bring them back to show them a good place to be. And that's the ones that I saw work. And I know that people are telling me every day that they were recommended to me. And that is that raving fan customers out there working. This very day at 3 o'clock or so, I got a call from a customer who bought a piece of equipment from me in Connecticut 6 years ago. And he's bought a part or two from me since, but just not a lot. But he called me today and said, Steve, get you something down to write on. I want to give you a name and a phone number. And this fellow is interested in buying a machine just like I've got. And he gave it to me. I set the fellow, the other guy in Connecticut, a quotation, and then followed it up with a phone call. And he was happy to hear from me. It was like home week, because our original customer, Ron, had told him that we're good people to do business with. So number one, he took my call, and which is hard to get people to do today with so many junk calls. But he took my call, and we had a friendly, laughing conversation. And I believe I've got a 90% chance of selling him a piece of equipment in the very near future. Somewhere we'll raise, if he buys 2 or 3 pieces, from $6,000 up to $25,000. That's a big ticket sale for me. And it came to me through a raving fan customer. That's what you want to try to get to. That's what I want more of. I love that. When you can have customers just almost fall in your lap because the raving fan sent them to you. Now, COVID has been here now, and we have to think about reconnecting with customers. COVID just messed up a lot of business relationships. Folks didn't come to see you. They had other things on their mind. And as you're looking at your business, I want you to really think hard about what are the most important things that you can do to better prepare your business for after COVID, or if another emergency comes along like COVID, what can you do to withstand it? And the 3 most important words I have to tell you to try to build into your thinking and your business planning is have some way people can drive through and get your products and service, or they can drive up there and take it out, or you can deliver it, or they can pick it up. Whatever you're doing, do you have these components in your business? COVID really helped my business because folks that were used to going to dealerships and picking up their equipment came to internet sellers like I am, and we were all set up to ship it right to their door. And it really helped our business, and therefore our business grew because of that. So are you able to do that? Drive through, take out, or pick it up? Now, Valerie with us, Valerie Smith at a Golden Point, she's all about drive through, take out, or I'll pick you up. So that's a good mobile business, there's no doubt about it. And Valerie, I'm going to say to you, there may be some businesses, another profit center that you might want to pursue. There may be some businesses that will hire you to deliver their products to people in the Wilmington area. You may become a courier service or a delivery service. I mean, you got the truck and the van, And sometimes that extra money will go a long way. So that's just an idea that came up right now. Maybe something that can work well for you. Always thinking, right? But you got to let people know that you're offering these services. So make sure on your web pages or in your presentation or in your mission, vision, and promise statements, you make it clear that you're going to offer these services to your customers. Now, a marketing plan, and here's a graphic that we can use and we'll talk about tonight. A marketing plan is here to tell us primarily one thing, and that's what's next. Remember, the business plan was here to tell us what's left, but the marketing plan is to tell us what's next. And to make this as simple and concise as I can, a structured marketing plan that you're following to the letter, doing the 3, 4, 5, or 6 things that have to be done, will bring you business on its own because you're creating a wheel. Remember, we connected those dots in a circle? This marketing plan goes in a circle as well. And it's all about telling us what business is going to be available to us tomorrow, next month, and down the road. And we get that message through our marketing plan and through our raving fan customers. Yeah. So take a look at this. I don't spend just a little bit of time with it. I got a starting point here, and in your handouts, you've got a graphic like this. And we go all the way around the different things that we have to do to put together a marketing plan. We determine demand, pricing, strategies, our goals, different budgets, who our target customer groups are, putting in look and hook features, maybe having a grand opening or a kickoff, building our merchandising skills, and really getting good at by the way upsells. And then you know what's going to happen? We're going to do a deal. We're going to do a deal. We'll make some money and get to make a deposit. And that's what we're after, making some money and doing some deposits. But you know what? That's not where the marketing plan ends. We're only 50%, halfway to finishing the marketing plan. Because if we don't know what's next, we got to do a few more things. And a few more things includes watering and massaging and nurturing those raving fan customer seeds. That's right. So the marketing plan that works best, the golden goose, works only when you follow up with the customer and let them know you're seeing if they're 100% satisfied. Finding out, getting feedback, how your service was, how your hospitality was. The sheer fact that you're calling them or sending them an email or wanting to find out how you can improve your business is a big plus. That's the magic marketing moment, is when you are talking to that customer after they did a sale for you and say, now tell me now, didn't you mention that you were going to be interested in buying this or that in a few months? Or your brother was talking about purchasing this, or they might need that? Or do you know someone else that might be in the market for something else? After you have let your customer know that you're really interested in their 100% satisfaction, the human nature in all of us will tell that customer, hey, I remember this. This is in my brain. They're following up. They're making sure that I'm happy. And therefore, I've got an obligation to encourage my friends and family to do business with them. Sound like I'm in out left field or blue sky wishing? No, this is real fact. Customers that you follow up with and express an interest in their 100% satisfaction are very, very apt to become a raving fan customer and start sending business to you, because you and I that do that are a rare breed. We deserve more business because we work harder at it. You deserve more business because you're doing your best to satisfy your customer. But you got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe in this promise that if you treat other people right, they will probably send more business your way than you can imagine. And that magic marketing moment right there is when you have got the information you need to know what's next. Because when they give you a tip about what product they want and when they want it, or who may be shopping for this or that, or information that helps you plan your future sales, you are determining what's next. And by golly, when you get good at it, it will come true. In good times and bad times, if you're getting good feedback with raving fan customers and you're following up, you will get some more business down the road if you're doing these things right. That's the good news. I know that for me personally, before I kind of found out this truth, and for so many more new entrepreneurs that have started businesses, sometimes we lay our head down at night and just don't know if we're going to be in business another week or two, or at least another year or two, and we worry about it. And sometimes we go do dumb things because of that worry and anxiety. We start making decisions that aren't the best decisions, but it's kind of emergency type. But when you've got a solid marketing plan backed up with your business plan, your chances of sleeping better at night are 1,000 times better. You'll wake up in the morning sometime. An example for me today. I had two good examples. Today, I was after giving webinars last night. I slept in this morning till 7:30, and the phone woke me up, and it was a customer. Where was he? This customer in Maryland, I think, called me up on the phone to place an order. I had quoted him several months ago and didn't know if he's going to call me or not. But I had confidence when I sent that quote out that I did it right. I followed up with him, and he told me when he was ready, he'd call me, and this morning he did. That is living proof of a marketing campaign that's working and the value of following up. Okay, you've got it now. Now, how we make this work for you is up to you. But put the structure in place, and by golly, you'll see some amazing things start happening. We start up here, walk it all the way around, do all the things that you got to do, make the sale, make the deposit. Something that I left out here, once you make that deposit, you got to feed your database. Feed your database with the contact information about the customer, where they live, what they bought, what their email address is, what their cell phone number is, because putting fresh bait in the water comes from this action right here. We got to have a database before we can keep fresh bait in the water and send out constant promotions. These folks will do more business with you, but you've got to be able to reach out to them very quickly with direct mail campaigns or other methods so you can stay in touch with them. Then, once you have done that, you do that follow-up, you have your magic marketing moment when they start feeding information back to you and you start recording it. Recording is important. Writing it down in your business plan so you can see what's going to be happening next for the next month and year. There you go. So see how you can make that apply your way. A marketing plan needs to be a work of art. It's a real thing, but we've got a lot of artists with us tonight that are doing a great job. So let it be your work of art. I want you to look at this now. Everybody that you are going to think about buying advertising from probably has a menu. I've asked y'all to have menus because that's what you do as a good business person. But when you go out and you're thinking about paying other people for advertising, they're going to have a menu. Like this is an example from the Roanoke Chowan newspaper up in Halifax County and Northampton County in the northeast corner of North Carolina. And they'll tell you different plans. The more you advertise with them, the better rates that you're going to get, and things things will get better. And that's a good thing for them to do. I'd be disappointed if they didn't have it. Your newspapers, your radios, your television people, your different shopper magazines, all of them have menus and plans. They group and bundle their stuff, just like I asked y'all to do. But here's what I want to tell you. The worst person in the whole world that you should take advertising advice from or marketing advice from is that person that's trying to sell you ads in their publication or their vehicle of marketing. They are indeed maybe really nice people that you go to church with, but they are interested in a company making a profit. But which company? Their company. Cynical way to look at it, but it's a fact, Jack. That you want to have your marketing plan and your campaign and your budget. And then you will say to these folks, hey, I appreciate your plan, but here's what I got to work with. Now you show me what you can do for me and make it work. Don't be sucked into someone else's plan that costs you a lot of money, and they're all very expensive. Let's find a way, and I'm going to show you ways that you can take the smallest amount of money and get the most bang out of it. So have your own plan and don't be sold these other plans. First advice is do not offer, take it or leave it. That is the biggest no-no that we have to face. So know that that is really important, and we're going to approach it different ways. Now we're going to talk about the 27 times rule. I'm going to go fairly slow with this, but if you have to revisit this webinar 2 or 3 or 4 times to own this, I want you to do it, because it is a way that you're going to learn to make your advertising work, to make it pay for itself, not to waste so much money, and have a good understanding for the long-term benefits. When I say long-term, I'm talking decades of benefits for your business. And the 27 times plan is the way to do it. Generally, it comes from this point. A customer will want to see your ads, your presentations, hear your story, visit your website, look at your business card 9 times. Have 9 times to reinforce their opinion of you, to reinforce their thinking that you're for real and I can trust you enough to do business with you for the long term. And this was true 64 years ago when I started in business. It's true today. You just don't make a really good sale the first time you see someone or out of the blue. Usually they have visited your website or seen your ads or looked at your brochure or talked about it several times before they make that commitment. So if you're thinking about putting ads out there and emails out there to create your marketing base, your presentation, even if you have those ads and signs or posters in the very best places, the customer is going to miss seeing your ads 2 out of 3 times. They got a lot going on. And if they see it 1 out of 3 times, that's pretty much a good number, a lucky number. And for them to see it 1 time, you probably did a really good job with it. That means that 2/3 of that was wasted. And that's where I come back and just tell you how much marketing and advertising money is wasted. So if they have to see it 9 times and they're going to miss it 2 out of 3 times, that automatically means for them to see it enough for you to do business, you got to post it out there 27 different times. 9 times 3. Hence the 27 times rule. And you say, well, that's adding up to a whole lot of doing and a whole lot of stuff to keep up with. And it is. But once you get started, once you get the plan in place, it's just a matter of updating and moving forward. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's say that we're going to run 27 ads and to keep our image out there. And it's always good to keep running ads. So right now I would say to each of us, I'd like for you to show me 27 examples that you're doing to let people know you're in business. You might tell me, website's one, the signs here, business cards there, signage on my truck or my car, a sign outside in the yard, constant promotions and emails. Yeah, 27 times, that's easy to do. But can you tell me you're doing that? Because if you want a customer to do business with you, they need to see you 9 times before they're going to do it. You don't have to have 27 opportunities for them to see it. That's why a constant long-term marketing campaign, remember marketing, as we said last week, is the long-term picture. So running small ads in small papers, putting yard signs up, passing out business cards, having a website that you're constantly promoting, having Facebook ads coming up every day, Instagram sales that you're doing, being up new and fresh. That's the lowest cost way to keep people knowing that you're alive. So let's say that we're going to buy 27 low-cost ads at $5 and $10 and $15. So we're looking at what we're going to be doing for the next month or so, 3 weeks. If we do that, we line up those 27 ads, we're going to budget with smaller ads, say $270. That's our ad budget. That's what we're planning on spending. Okay, you with me so far? This is just on small ads, not promoting anything special. But now something special has come along. There's a new season here. Summertime is here, or now it's Halloween is here, and Thanksgiving is coming, and Christmas is right around the corner, and we want to focus on some special campaigns that we got going on. Targeted advertising. Targeted advertising is we're going to look at a certain product, a certain time, a certain amount of money. And we don't have look and hook in these targeted ads and pictures, and they're going to cost more. We're going to have a bigger boost with them because we're trying to sell a lot of stuff. So we still have to remember the 27 times rule to make it important. So if we put, let's say we're going to buy $55 ads and $125 ads and put it out there, mix them up in a 27 times rule presentation. And doing that, we'll spend $2,465 up front. That's a lot of money to come out of the profit dollars you hope to get. But that's a lot of money. And let me tell you, these rich corporations and some people with deep pockets, you see these crazy ads running all the time, time after time after time, and they're spending those big, big bucks. I don't have that kind of money to spend, do you? No, but I want the benefit of it. So here's where the 27 time rule comes into play. If you've already got an ongoing campaign where you're constantly running the small ads, you will, after a certain period of time, maybe 6 or 8 months, you will establish with that reader base, with that group of customers, that you're for real. Hey, I can do business with people. They're showing me they have been here. And then instead of having to run those expensive ads 27 times, you mix them in with your other ads. You mix them in with your other ads. So instead of, as we do right here in this group, where you see how they're mixed in, how many times have we mixed them in? Three times in each group. Why? Why? Because we got to have it out there at least 9 times for the customers to see it. And they will see it if they're used to seeing our other ads. And by doing this, you can get this campaign up and running for $750, including your regular ads. $750 instead of $2,465. So just by doing this, there's a savings of $1,715. The key, and what I want you to hold on to, is you need to have a constant marketing campaign out there with small ads all the time to let people know that you're in business and are coming. And every now and then, when you run a special ad, you'll put a bigger, larger ad, and you'll see it come in there, but it's not going to cost you a fortune because you don't have to give it with every ad. Now, a good example, and I hate some of their advertising, is Spectrum. I do a lot of business with Spectrum, a lot of different ways, but some of their ads really bug me. But they do a really good job with having continuous small ads, and then interactive with that are some larger ads, 60-second ads, so to speak. A lot of 30-second ads, but they'll put in a few 60-second ads to promote certain things. I try to do the same thing in my business on the internet. I don't do anything, all my advertising is related to the internet, and because it works for me. Some of y'all, some very effective ads in community type based businesses is yard signs and other types of billboard signage that you might want to consider about, and also some print ads, provided that you pick the right publication. But the 27 times rule is a money saver. It's a big, big deal. And I believe in it. But there's always two sides to every story, so let me do the flip-flop on you right here. So, Maureen, you probably be very interested in this, because the flip-flop on this is, while the 27 times rule is really important, and I'm going to believe in it and encourage you to do it, there's one thing out there that completely destroys it, that makes it look totally insignificant. Blows me out of the water and me telling you, you got to do it. What do you think that might be? What's the one thing that blows the 27 times rule out of the water? And why do I talk about it and want you to really believe in it? It's a raving fan customer. A raving fan customer ain't got nothing to do with the 27 times rule. A raving fan customer can go to you, your friend can come to you and tell you about a really good restaurant they tried, or a store they went to that went real well. And you believe them, you trust their knowledge, and they encourage you to go do it. You're not going to have to hear the story 27 times. You're not going to have to hear the story 9 times. A raving fan customer can mention something to you, and you're right there. So, are we going to invest our big bucks in advertising campaigns? Let's don't make them such big bucks. But more importantly, let's invest our big time and energy into making each customer a raving fan customer. And things will go really, really well. Now, Casey mentioned to us just a little earlier that in her campaigns and marketing, I'm so glad to hear you, she's interacting with her customers by offering incentives to come back or to help promote her business. Those are very effective ways to build a customer base, to build followers on your campaigns. So I'm not wasting your time, my friends, encouraging you to learn how to get raving fan customers. Tonight already, I've shared with you how they have helped me in my business today. And they do it every day, and so many people as well. A marketing campaign in today's world is about, with the Golden Goose campaign that I don't encourage you to have, is about you telling your story. You being upfront with your face, with your products, with as much information as you can share with your customer base to make them think that they're just not buying a product. They're taking your advice that you're offering for better health, for better food, for better transportation, for better equipment sales, for better businesses, for better teaching opportunities. Your story is so important. And I'll salute Sabrina here from her videos. She has learned how to get that message out there. And so what I encouraged her to do today was to do a video to really tell the story on this new business that you're doing. And thank you so much, Sabrina, for being with us tonight. I hope you're getting a lot out of this presentation. But when you tell your story and become a human being with your potential customers, it will change the way you feel, the way they think, what they do, and how they behave. So trying to be extra private may give you a sense of security and maybe a reason you don't want to be an entrepreneur. because you don't have to give up some of that if you don't have the most successful business. Or have a cheap product or something that's so good that nobody else has got. You don't have to have something out of this world to beat the fact that if you're just being honest and open with people and being a human being, I know that will win customers and bring them to you. So what's your story? What's a little bit of background? What's your history? Tell your history. Tell about your background. At carverequipment.com, you can see how we started, family, previous employees, how we've come along through the years. I shared it with y'all right here as we're giving classes, and glad to do it with our customers as well. What's your story? Did you start with a lemonade stand? My daughters have done all that. They got good stories to tell about entrepreneurship. If we had time tonight, I could tell you how my daughters set up a stand outside at the beach and sold hundreds of dollars worth of soft drinks that I had in storage for a nickel a piece, because customers were buying them up now, taking advantage of it. And they were so happy with making about $30 after selling $200 worth of stuff. So if you don't put them out there on the street, make sure you got a plan, okay? We didn't have a business plan that day, and I learned some valuable lessons. Also, how about mowing grass? What's your story? How did you get started in the landscaping business? Was it like I did, pushing a lawnmower? My golly, everybody's got a story. How do you get started? Why do you love it? Why do you do pop-ups, and why do you do markets, which is so important in the Wilmington and Kenansville entrepreneur markets? You're there as a human being, not just selling the product, but selling the story that goes with it. That you grew it, you know about it. You want to take this product and make it become a medicine and help you cure what's going on in your life today. And I love this photo so much that I took it off of someone else's Facebook and put it up. About marketing is what you make it. Now, this is a personal marketing campaign. We got the individual, we got his signage, we got the prices, and we got the products right there. And the most important part of this picture to me is those empty crates there, which is saying that this gentleman right here has been out there and he's already sold 4 crates worth and he's got a few left. So if I saw him on the road, I'd stop and buy the rest of them and give him a handsome tip. But at my Facebook page, there was a story that went with this, and I'll share it with you. A lady stopped there and said to him, okay, I see you've got, if we add all this up that you've got left, these eggs here, that you've got $3 worth, and I'll pay you $2.50 and take them all. So how about that? And I don't know if the gentleman sold them or not, but the message there was, and what she was offering was, we are so oftentimes people trying to take advantage of the people who can least well defend themselves, or who in the world needs the most help they can get. But that's true. There are certain shoppers out there that would see this as an opportunity to really discount these to the nth degree and move on. So I would have a conversation with this gentleman if he wanted to have one about take it or leave it pricing. We could do a lot with that and say a lot, but the message is here. There are people out there that don't want you to make 1 penny of profit. There are people out there that don't want you to have a successful business. They'd rather take what you are trying to sell, whether you make any money on it or not. I know they exist, and I owe it to you to share that with you. But here's what I get to tell you with a smile on my face. There is a lot of people out there that once they know they're dealing with a person with a soul and a family and a history, will not only pay you the top price for it, but they will give you a handsome reward, a bonus, or become a raving fan customer. This is not the bad business world that some folks would have you think it is. There's plenty of room out there and plenty of folks that look forward to doing business and helping you make profit. Just know that's the truth. Yeah, 25% of them don't care whether you make a penny or not. They're just in it for what they can get out of it. They are the takers. But there are another 25% that are somewhere in the middle. But there's a good 50% of your potential customers that will pay you the top price. Yeah, they'd like to negotiate a little bit, but will pay you the top price and be happy to help you and your business if you present yourself with a story. That's the difference in it. The fellow that called me up today with the tip from his neighbor that told me someone to call in Connecticut, he opened up the conversation on the telephone. I just thought about this. He said, "How's my Coast Guard buddy getting along?" When we share common denominators with our potential customers, things get better right there to begin with. That goes on a long way. So I'm very happy to say, let me back off here. A good story to talk about is our friend at Simply NC, the previous owner and the new owner, both have been in our classes here at the academy, and starting Jess, Soaps by Jess, bachelor's there in Clinton. She has opened up a second business downtown, and so proud of her. So glad to see our entrepreneurs move forward. You can do it. You can do it with homemade products and crafts. You put a good marketing campaign together, and you can actually see it happen. Simply NC is right there in downtown Clinton, right by the courthouse, as well as Soaps by Jess. If you're in downtown Clinton, check it out. She remodeled and revamped the store. So happy for them and want that business to do really, really well. You send the information to me, I'll try to promote your business all I can too, not only here, but also in a lot of other places I have influence. Marketing and advertising, marketing the long term. It's like salt. We use salt to preserve. You're going to preserve your company reputation. You're going to preserve your ability to give satisfaction and service with marketing. Advertising is like pepper. We don't want to use it up too much. It's more expensive, and sometimes you can go too far with it, so far that you can waste more money than you can ever make. So just keep this in mind as a rule of thumb. Marketing is generally the largest piece of advertising is generally the largest piece of the marketing pie. So when you're doing your business plan budget, it's not a bad idea to say, okay, my marketing budget is this, but I don't allocate X amount of money for targeted advertising too. So when I asked you, and you think about it in the future, marketing is long-term, advertising is short-term and targeted. That's a good way to save a lot of money by keeping that in mind. So start now by thinking about that mission and vision statement. Have you done it? One or two of you have, and I appreciate you sending them on in. But this is a requirement for your graduation, and it's a requirement for you to build a platform to launch your business from, where it is you're setting standards and you're promising to your customers what they're going to be. Are you operating your business with a cell phone? I'm not saying are you trying to run all your business documents through it, but can customers call you on a cell phone or send you a text message? More and more people want to do business by text, and I personally don't like it at all, but I got to learn to love it because business is coming to me because people want to send text. It's so aggravating. They don't tell you their name, they just send you a message. Don't tell you where they are, and you're supposed to figure out everything by their phone number, and that's hard to do when you don't have it. So let me encourage you now. If you're sending text messages out, always put from your name up there so whoever's getting that text message will know who you are, especially if you're sending to customers. Otherwise, it's just going to be a number. If they don't have your number saved, they won't know who this is and probably won't answer it. But in your marketing and advertising, it's important that you advertise a cell phone number that you can receive text messages on. Now, I know that may sound like a hassle for you or something you may not warm up to, but indeed it could be 25% of your potential new business probably will come to you by text messages. And remember how important we said new customers are? So just give that some thought. We want to talk about doing business ads. using the DBAs as a way to expand your marketing capacity to become an alias name or an also known as names throughout your potential market. Next week, we're going to show you how to do that and who does it really well. I work at it real hard. Remember when we saw those 18 places where I was number one? Over half of those put Carver Equipment number one because of certain profit centers that I use and name my web pages for the profit center. We'll learn how to do that, and that'll help you out a lot. Please have this menu of products and services. It's not that hard to do, whatever business that you're in. I know Valerie has been working on it for a long time, years or more, but we don't have to do that. Sabrina, I really appreciate you sending me that information that you sent. Now we don't have to figure out how much time will you have to make those type of appointments work for you and what you're going to focus on. But the menu is a good start because we have to get started to see where it's going to lead. Something that'll really help you, as it does me, is to have a list of frequently asked questions about your products or service. In business, after you've been in business just a few months, you're going to realize that people ask you the exact same questions over and over and over again. That's just the nature of people. They'll see an image and they will want to know certain things about it and will ask you those questions. And if you will go ahead and write those questions down and then right under them formulate a really good answer, the best answer that you think you could give, that will really help you because of getting caught on the spot. Sometimes we don't give the best answers we could give. We say, oh man, I wish I should have said something different. But if you've got a list of frequently asked questions and really good answers, let me tell you what you can do with them. One is you can put them right here by your desk and use them as you're talking with people on the phone, or you can practice when you're doing your introduction statements with customers on different products. It automatically gives you good talking points. But most importantly is you can put those questions and answers up on the internet at your website or in emails that you send to people. And folks will read it and say, wow, they're answering my questions before I even ask them. That's the people I want to do business with because they understand me and my questions. Won't take you hardly any time to do it. And this is something you'll start now and keep doing. Then when you hire an employee, when you hire a staffer, when you hire a counselor, when you hire someone else to come and help you with your business, you can give them those questions and answers and automatically up their ante in value to you because they'll be answering questions the way you want them answered and won't be just kind of hem-hauling or doing a lot of BSing, which is really negative in the internet business. Frequently asked questions are a good thing to get started. How is your internet presence, Facebook and web pages? Just because you got a website don't mean that you've got a good presence because I don't have to ask you how many people are visiting it and how much money are you making from it. And if you have a website and you're working a lot on the internet and it's not bringing you a return on investment, then let's visit that because as your coach, I can say, if you're investing in something, you should be getting a return back from it. Usually the problem with marketing on the internet and not getting a return is you have spent no time on developing landing pages where people get there and they are encouraged to buy right now, or your mobile page is not getting people directed to your website. A weak mobile page is just kind of like is a dam in your cash flow stream in your telephone marketing efforts. So that's why that is so very important. Your internet presence can use a lot of tools. We use the example Hallmark Marketing, big company. Just look at the different ways that they use the internet in their marketing on just a simple greeting card. QR codes help people lead others to a direct web page. Your internet presence is all about your your mobile page, what people see there, and using that QR code. More and more people are doing that. They'll see something. I noticed in church the other day, I was attending church in Elizabethtown. They had a QR code up on the screen behind the minister that would send them to a new app page that they had. So folks, right out in the church audience, took their phone out and got that QR code on the screen and got locked in just that quick. More and more people are using that as a real good tool. Every time you have a chance to list down your website name, the name of your business, take advantage of that on all your printed information. So your internet presence needs to send the signal, not take it or leave it, but the signal that goes out should be saying all pricing is negotiable. That's what people want to hear. It's negotiable. In other words, with a little effort and a little conversation, I might improve my price situation. So if you're practicing on giving that message some way, it's very important. How do you come along with your business card? So this is an easy one for you because I know every one of you already have a really cool business card, right? Well, take a picture of it and email it to me. Take a picture of it and email it to me. I want to see your business cards this week. Send them on in here. And the rest of the story is, if you don't have one, you can make it yourself. Or if you don't have one, we'll ask someone to help you make it for you. But I think there's some other internet sites that'll do it for you for free, even for a certain number free. If any of you have any information on that, on where they might get a free business card, send me a note on that and I'll share it. But we all need business cards. Look here what I've got. Got a whole stack of them. Right at my desk. Every time I send out a letter, or every time I send out a shipment of parts, I put that business card right in there. Very, very inexpensive. Not that I think someone wants it. I just want to remind them that I'm alive and well and kicking, and this is the least expensive way I can let them see my tracks. Marking my territory, and you can mark your territory by dropping some business cards around. Is it silly for you to have that little container where you can put them at the shelf at the Chinese restaurant or other places? No. Nothing's wrong with the most sophisticated business there is, distributing your business cards wherever you can. So do that as an inexpensive marketing tool. Here's what my business card looks like. Now, I use on my business card here, note that I've got Anthony Stephen Carver. And everybody knows I go by Steve. But if you type in Steve Carver on the internet, you don't see a whole lot about a baseball player. But if you type in Anthony Stephen Carver, you don't see about my businesses. So we look to what's available for our best exposure on the internet, and then we use that in our DBAs. So that's just a word to the wise. Promotional brochures. This is a piece of paper. This is a standard size 8x11 piece of paper that can be folded up 3 ways and fit into an envelope very well. It can also be folded up 3 ways and fit into one of these holders that can be put out as your pop-up shows or leave it around at different places to advertise. Doing a brochure like this is really a cool way to get started with your marketing, because it'll encourage you to put a lot of information down to get some good images, because this investment can automatically be moved to Facebook, can automatically be moved to your web pages. It's a good thing to do, and you can hand them out at different events to promote your business. We're going to do a lot of talking about targeted advertising, targeted customer groups. It is an essential building block in your marketing campaign. Remember, we said we can't be all things to all people, but we must be everything to some people. Those some people will become our raving fan customers. But we create those some people by having lists, write down lists of who are the best target groups for our products that we're selling. Oh yeah, we're putting it out on the World Wide Web, so it's for everybody. You can't be all things to all people. So we're going to learn to put it out there, but have the messaging in there and the names, the DBAs, that will bring in certain customer target groups by naming that product a certain name and having that as the web page name. Now, this is so important because if someone's shopping for shoes, they type in shoes. But if you are in the running shoes business, and you just have everything related to your SEO or your search terms related to shoes, and you don't ever say running shoes, then you're going to miss out the opportunity for that person shopping for running shoes, because that's what they typed in, or hunting or other kind of shoes. And I'll talk a lot about shoes as a good example. But we want to find the low-hanging fruit. That's the customers that are easiest to get to and will probably be most interested in buying from me. And we're going to make a list of these different target groups to help us with our marketing and advertising. Right now, if you do not have a scripted introduction to telling me and everybody else in the world about your business, then you're behind the 8 ball. You're not ready to start on an entrepreneur trip. Because entrepreneurism is all about, hey, I'm Steve, and I do this, and I do that, and I'd appreciate your business. Because that introduction is the beginning of a relationship. And all of our business is going to be based on relationships. And the purpose of an introduction is to get them interested in you, but you're automatically, as you're doing this introduction, are ready to wrap it up real quickly and ask them a question. Because the introduction starts a relationship only when they start talking back with you. So as business owners and entrepreneurs, we have to learn how to shut up and listen. It's all about listening to make them feel important. And to create a relationship, they have to feel important. So no matter how long I've been in business or what a great expert you are, that's not the message we need to give to our customer. The message we need to give to our customer is, I care about you and I want to hear what you have to say. Then things get started off on a foot that will helpfully help you make a sale and create the raving fan customer, the relationship. You can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it, and I'm encouraging you to do it. Something to remember when you're pricing, if this is a problem, the ×3 rule is a good place to start. You're having trouble with this maybe. Think about what it's costing you, multiply it ×3. That's a good place to have a starting price for your retail price. Then after you do that, you're going to see what that price is, because you're going to get a third to cover your cost, you're going to get a third to cover your overhead, and then there's another third there for profit and for taxes. That's the logic behind it, just that simple. After you do that, you see how that price compares with what the competition's doing or the market stuff. You see what you have to do to merchandise it. Do you have other costs involved in merchandising, or maybe you can do it in volume and cut your costs down? What are the psychological methods that you can use in pricing? Big deal, saying using the 99-cent rules or the on-sale rules or rebates or bundling, just a lot of stuff. You want to keep your calendar booked. If you're selling time for money, the most important thing you need on your desk is your calendar. Book that calendar as far in advance as you can, because that represents cash flow. Your main marketing tool for any business that's selling time for money is your calendar, so that you can book the right events at the right time to end up with the most profit. Try to keep your business plan and your calendar full 4 days a week. Not 7, but 4. Fill your calendar up 4 days a week, and then leave those other 3 days to grow your business, to visit customers, maybe to start another business, or to have a life. Go to church and be with your family. But your business plan on selling time for money should be based on 4 days a week. In marketing, what brings customers to you more than what we've talked about so far? Nothing. Hospitality and customer service are main, but part of that customer service is value added. Value added is a piece of the customer service pie, and that is to say, what are you putting in your presentation that makes your product better than the other company that's got the same thing for sale? Why would people pay you more than they can pay someone else? And usually the term is value added, that you're offering more with it. You're doing extra stuff. You're doing extra stuff. I try to offer value added in webinars and seminars by following up with you guys to offer advice after we get off air. I feel like when we start a campaign that we're in it together for the series, and then if you continue to come to the series, as long as you want to join us, we're trying to build our businesses together. And I learned so much from all of y'all, and I look forward to doing that. I see that someone's filling up the chat board. I don't have time to read it now, so let me encourage you to go to the chat board and see what's being said, and I'll check it out when we finish up. Value added, get a hold of it. Now, do you remember this face? Remember this fella? Well, he was in the Forrest Gump movie. This is Bubba Blue from Bayou Battery, Alabama. Bubba Blue. He Vietnam era veteran. He got killed in the war right there with Forrest Gump holding him. But Bubba Blue taught me, I guess some 25 years ago, the first person that kind of dawned on me, what DBAs are all about, doing business as, because he put it in such graphic terms that you couldn't miss it. Because Bubba Blue was in the shrimp, he was going to be in the shrimp business. And he was going to sell shrimp to people no matter how they wanted it, he was going to have it for them. Remember that series where we was talking about the different kinds of shrimp? I got boiled shrimp, I got shrimp stew, I got pepper shrimp, I got shrimp sandwiches, we can do boiled shrimp, I can do barbecue shrimp, all the way down the list. Well, what this represents is a great lesson that if you're in the shrimp business, well, you know that people like shrimp certain ways. And if they're shopping on the internet, they're just not going to type in shrimp. No, they're going to type in deep fried shrimp or shrimp gumbo or shrimp stew. And what does old Steve-O learn from that as a marketing person? That means that I need a web page named shrimp soup, shrimp salad, shrimp kebabs. Web pages don't cost but pennies. And if you've got a web page that is named the same thing as the search words that someone's typing in, the chances of them coming right straight to your web page is superb. That's SEO marketing. That's being smart about what you name your pages and what information you put on. And using DBA logic, you can move your position on the web page market up to the top. I showed you how with certain things I was able to get the top 18 slots. The whole key to that is thinking about DBAs and the different things that I sell that customer might call different names. You go to a good old country restaurant and I'm sitting there and somebody brings me a cup of coffee and one waitress walks by and says, okay, honey, okay, sugar, okay, sweetheart, okay, this, okay, that. And I asked the waitress one time, why do they do that? I know there's no romance there. They said, look here, Mr. Carver, we can't remember everyone's name, so we just call them names that they sounds good to them. Well, the same thing applies with DBAs. Whatever the product is that we're going to be selling, Joey or Annette or Valerie, different folks have different strokes and are going to call them different things, and we got to be smart enough to figure out what that probably is and call that a DBA for our product and have a web page for it. Now we're going to start connecting those dots as we always try to do in these lessons. Landing pages. Landing pages are those that were named and designed to catch that person that's shopping for a certain thing. They land on your web page and you have it loaded for bear to take them out of the market with an easy way to make a sale or to at least start talking about it. This is guerrilla marketing at its best. Lots of things to learn, and you will surely enjoy it as we go. Next week, we will jump on this big time. The DBAs, y'all say that doing business ads can help us 2 or 3 different ways. But this, and marketing is one of certainly the main ways. The look and hook test, most advertising doesn't work, so let's see what we have to do. The look and the hook means that we will make our ads accountable. The look means they're going to look good and be good, but they're going to be different. They're going to be dramatic. We're going to keep it simple, and we're going to keep it assertive. In other words, after we do an ad, it needs to fit past the test that someone probably will take time to read it. Putting in good colors and designs, but mainly it's got to have a call to action. Have something in that ad that will make people want to come and get in touch with you right now. You got a sale going on. This deal ends at a certain time. If you want this product, order now. Price increase coming around the corner. Lots of different ways to do this without discounting. You can have lots of calls to action strategies without offering discounts. But you can offer 10% savings, timelines. Everything has to expire on a certain date. The expiration date on your call to action is imperative, because if you're going to run a new type ad, you need an expiration date on your call to action, so that when you run it, you give it a certain number of weeks or months, and you keep up with how much is generated from that ad. And if it hadn't made you any money or brought in any customers, stop wasting the money. That's where we have the money loss, is by keep doing something that's not creating a benefit for us. A very good thing that you can do in your web pages and in your marketing and in your targeting customer groups is looking for common denominators, looking for the groups of people that you're familiar with or you're a part of or that you can identify with, and let them know that you do that. This is putting your personality out there in front and things that you're interested in. Groups like veterans, soldiers and families, American Legion, VFW, teachers, moms, women and grandparents, seniors, Masonic Lodge, Shrine Club, Chamber of Commerce groups, and other groups that you're affiliated with that I don't know about, teachers maybe. When you target certain groups, they are going to come and find you. How do we find customers? We help them find us with the way that we market our targeted customer groups. Now it's 2023, headed for 2024. And ever how important you think the internet is to your business today, it is increasing every day. Amazing. Amazing how much the internet has affected us all. So you're here with me on a conference over the internet tonight. So it's really important to me right now. But how we approach this and make it work for us to help us build our business, that's the challenge that's before us all. Again, what can I share with you that makes a huge difference for everyone I know in business is, how does your cell phone page look? Your mobile page. When someone sees your website on their phone, I want you to encourage them to call you now, to push a button and make a telephone call. Make it easy for them. Because if you get a chance to talk to them and you're making notes at your desk right on your pad, what they're interested in, and you're listening to them, they much rather you listen to them than have them type in text. You're 90% of taking them out of the market if you get them to call you first. But I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning in California or whatever. You don't want that telephone call. Or if they do call you, you don't get a good message, okay? You got to have a good message answering machine. But give them the opportunity to tap another button and send you a text, or to type another button and ask for a quotation. Make it easy for them to contact you. Make it easy for them to contact you. And next week, I'm going to show you that you're going to be advertising, according to the nature of your business, all over the United States. So this is going to become more and more important when I show you how you can do that. Your business at Google, imperative. Case is already out there, so proud of you. So many of our associate members are doing so good on it. This is an ad by Joy by the Pound where she's selling desserts. Does a great job with this. She started out right here as an associate member. We helped her get her kitchen up and running. She expanded her menu. She's got a full-time business now. Does a great job. Landing pages, make it easy for them to buy from you. Have your pricing. Do not say take it or leave it, but offer some options on how you can pay for it. With my equipment, for example, I tell them they can pay for it in different ways and changes the price a little bit. People don't want a lot of people will be very satisfied if they can just have something to do with the pricing. If I can pay you by check and save $1 or $2, I'm going to do that. Therefore, I'm a winner. I'm in a hurry for it, and I've got to get it right now. By God, I'm going to go ahead and pay you with a credit card. Yeah, it's going to cost me a few more dollars, but I'm going to benefit because I'll get the equipment faster. Yeah. Well, credit card business costs between 2.5% and 4.5% to do business with credit cards with most carriers. Maybe some less, maybe some more, but that's kind of the average. So you've got that much room to work with to give the customers the option. Also, you want to always give them a signal. I want to order now. Have a button they can press where they can automatically order something. Make sure they know what the retail price is versus your price. I didn't discount it, not one bit, but I gave them that high retail price to make it look like, well, not to make it look like, to show them that I started out at a reasonable place. I didn't start out as high as I could. Some people do start out as high as they can. Tell them about options and things that are included, the reason they ought to do business with you. This is the value added part of your page. But all of this is designed to get a deal. The page there, the web page there is called Farm Max Pricing. You know, if you're after that particular item, you're going to end up on that page and we're going to have a good chance to do business with you. This is one of the pages that I got an order from today that I was talking to you about. Testimonials, so important. One of the main reasons people won't do business with you on the internet is because there's so many darn crooks on the internet. Scammers, thieves, people that are dangerous and evil. But there's a few good people on the internet too. And if you got the testimonials to prove that you're doing business the right way and showing what you're selling and where you're selling it, being open, by golly, people are more apt to feel good about you. Folks tell me that they spend hours reading things at my webpage before they call me. Why? They're just interested in somebody that's up at night wanting something to read. I want your website to be worth hanging out with. That's the look in the crook, right? Look in the hook. YouTube, I'll keep preaching it and keep doing it. I want you to visit my YouTube channel and see all the examples of the awful videos I've done. Yeah, when you're first getting started, they're not very pretty. You learn a lot of lessons from them. You learn how to do things different, and I'll be glad to help you with that as well. Wrapping it up now. Thank you for staying with me the whole time, but every chance you have, try to be the best person you can be. When you're being the best person you can be, you'll be experiencing that magic moment with your customers and building a marketing campaign that cannot stop. So God bless you and your family and your business. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll turn the mics on now if you'd like, and if you have anything to say, we'll write it down. I am recording tonight, so I'll send you a copy of this recording as soon as I can get it fixed in a day or two. Thank you so very much. You're welcome to turn your mics on. right. Thank you so much for being with us. Joy, would you like to give anyone a message while you're here?